What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. The reigning Miss Olympia Samson Hadi keeps on dropping these bombshell of physique updates. And the man just dropped another one today with a very interesting caption as well. So the only time Samson received some backlash throughout his pro career, that was after the Arnold Classic Ohio last year, when him and his former coach Milos split up. But he was able to make such a strong comeback from that situation just 1 week after that at the Arnold UK. I mean seriously, most of us, including myself, we did not have Samson Hadi winning the Olympia last year. But history was made, and all these updates, they point towards one thing. The fact that it is gonna be extremely damn hard to beat Samson Hadi, especially at this upcoming Arnold. And not just at the Arnold, but at the Olympia later this year too. Now, if you ask Samson Hadi, even he is gonna tell you that nobody would have beaten the greatest of all time, Ronnie Coleman in his prime. Even Jay Cutler, who finally beat him in '06, he admitted that Ronnie's injuries, along with his age, that was the major factor why Jay was able to finally beat him. And he has said this so many times, that he did not beat him at his prime. But that being said, this is the first time since Ronnie retired that there is some chatter about those comparisons with Samson and Ronnie. And yes, I know Ronnie was a different animal, but even the thought of this comparison, that must be so encouraging for Samson. And one thing that did not change with the reigning Olympia champion Samson Hadi after winning the Olympia is his social media engagement. He has been giving us those weekly physique updates, daily training updates, and he still talks to his fans almost on a daily basis. So 5 weeks to go till we see him on the stage again, and that is gonna be at this upcoming Arnold, Ohio. Guys, Mr. Olympia Signature Series is now live on Hosstile.com. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% discount and click the arrow below to check out all the Hosstile products. Next up is the off-season physique update from Hadi Choopan, the Persian Wolf. Arguably the most fierce competitor on the Olympia stage, especially during these modern times. Now Hadi is one of those guys who stays super lean during the off-season as well. And that just goes to show you his insane genetics and his unreal work ethic. So Hadi 100% believes that he can win back his Olympia title this year. And why shouldn't he? It certainly wasn't as good of a Hadi Choopan at the Olympia last year, especially in comparison to what he brought at the Arnold Ohio stage last year. That was like absolute perfection. And even the reigning Olympia champion Samson Hadi said he had no idea what would have happened if that same Hadi showed up for the Olympia last year. And still, Hadi was able to tie the scores at the prejudging. So even if he doesn't make any improvements and focuses on peaking 100% right at his all-time best, he's gonna be a far more bigger threat to Samson Hadi once again. So all the athletes who are previously working with either Hadi Choopan or Matt Jensen, they have now figured out whom they're gonna go with for this upcoming season. But there hasn't been any word in regards to Hadi Choopan. Now interesting that Hadi himself, he doesn't think that 2024 Arnold, that was his best physique, the looks that he brought to One Pro in 2019, as well as at the Olympia that same year, those are Hadi's favorite looks. So for those of you guys who do not know, Hadi is currently 37 years old, and he's showing no signs of injury. So it is safe to say that he still has a few more years, where the man is gonna continue to be the most fierce rival for everyone who steps on that Mr. Olympia stage. Guys, Gorilla Wear is offering a massive discount of up to 70% right now. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% extra discount. Next up, we have an update from Regan. So this was taken at 17 weeks out of this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro, indicating that Regan started this prep looking way leaner and way more conditioned compared to some of his previous preps, which were with his former coach Milos. Now this is him at 303 pounds, which is an insane weight for him considering his body composition, because he was barely touching 300 pounds in the last few years or so, and at the same time he wasn't in that kind of body composition. Now Regan's back has always been his biggest strength, from the upper back density to those insane detail in the hamstrings, those guitar-like hamstrings, and those glutes. Everything is there. Now I did say that he's getting ready for this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro, but as of right now, he has stated that he's gonna start this season with the New York Pro, which means going up against some top Olympians. So immediately we are gonna find out how he compares in the context of that density and the muscle maturity from the front as well as from the side, because those guys like Nick and Martin, they are just way too complete. And the reason I'm thinking that he is gonna be doing this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro is because both these shows are just 1 week apart. Now, his current coach Stefan was kind of reluctant to predict anything in regards to Regan Grimes because this is their first time doing a prep together.
At the moment, I need to get the fat down of Regan completely.
Yeah.
I know that his symmetry, balance, and fullness will be better on stage.
Yes,
but what I don't know at that perspective now, how much his muscle maturity will catch up to the muscle maturity Martin has.
And as per Stefan, he is unsure whether Regan has gained a significant level of muscle maturity, or still Regan is gonna be that guy who is gonna have that height advantage over all these guys that I just mentioned. Not to mention the man is extremely wide, and he takes up a lot of space on the stage, and probably the most aesthetic guy in that lineup. And based on his 17 weeks out physique update, he is gonna beat his previous look by a mile in my opinion. So if you are wondering, where has Hunter Labrada been in these past few weeks, since he hasn't been posting much at all? Well, he's right here, and looking very impressive for his off-season. So how well some of these guys have learned to stay so huge, as well as so lean, during this phase is just incredible. Maybe there is much better understanding of nutrition now compared to the past. But most importantly, more efficient ways of using those PEDs and those gear protocols. And almost every IFBB Pro advocates doing cardio throughout the year. So Hunter has been steadily making all those improvements in his physique with every passing year, especially his physique that we saw at this past Miss Olympia. That was a milestone in terms of the overall progress that he has made since 2020, the year he made his Olympia debut. Because that 2020 physique, that literally looks like an amateur if we compare that to his 2024 Olympia version, and the credit goes to him and his coach Ben Chow. But no improvements in Hunter's placing from 2023 to 2024, which must have hurt. But the thing is, the man is up against some very elite athletes, some very great bodybuilders, and Hunter just has zero room to fade as the show goes on, or as the session goes on, because that is exactly what happened at the Olympia prejudging last year. Because he was looking so impressive when he first started posing, but he just could not maintain that look. Now Hunter is a very big guy. He has an insane amount of muscle maturity, not to mention one of the most muscular guy out there. And those comparisons of him with Hadi Choopan, they are a proof of that. And even the head judge Steve Weinberger said that he was beating Andrew Jack at the prejudging, and he was actually fighting for that 4th spot with Martin-Fitzwater. This isn't the first time Milos Sarcev, the coach of Behrooz Tabani, has given us positive feedback that 2025 is gonna be that year, and Behrooz will finally make it to the US and compete at the Olympia stage finally after 4 years of qualifying, because this time he has hired a law firm to resolve this situation. So fingers crossed that Behrooz is gonna be shaking up that first Olympia call out this year, because that is what is exactly expected from him after his amazing run last year. So Behrooz Tabani won 2 shows in 2024, starting with Italy Pro, where he was able to beat Nathan D'Asia, and then Dubai Pro, where he was able to beat both William Bonac as well as Nathan. And Behrooz plans on defending both these titles this year, and this is confirmed by Milos. And both of these shows are scheduled in June, and they are just 1 week apart. So smart choice by Behrooz. Now we might get a pre-Olympia preview, because the lineup of Dubai Pro this year, that is gonna be much more competitive than last year. Now there have been some rumors that they are gonna increase the prize money for this upcoming Dubai Pro in the men's open class big time. So expect to see some very big names. Now Behrooz, just a few years back, when he made his pro debut, he received the feedback that he needs bigger legs to match up to his upper body, and it is safe to say that the man has done a great job at it. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.